And joining us in the studio is our football analyst, the one we call the Gaffer, Coach Toby Ulubi, who's returned home from Kent in the UK. Glad to have you join us, Coach Toby.
It's a privilege to be here, Solomon.
Right, Manchester City are through. Tottenham Hotspurs are through. Real Madrid is not through. And they are up today against, well, maybe not a very tough opponent, APOEL Nicosia.
Yeah, the team from Cyprus, APOEL Nicosia. I think Real Madrid have themselves to blame. This season, their conversion rate has been poor. I think presently in the top 5 leagues in Europe, they have the second worst shot conversion rate. You know, and the worst team is Benevento in Italy. You know, you can imagine a team like Real Madrid being compared to the worst team in Italian Serie A. So they have themselves to blame, and I think the lack of shopping for firepower in the summer is why they are where they are. The likes of Ronaldo and Benzema have been firing blanks. Bale has been injured every time. But against Nicosia, going away from home, it's not as straightforward as it used to be, you know. But Real Madrid need to win this game to be able to secure at least a second place finish in the group.
Sevilla against Liverpool, what do we have here?
Yeah, it's a very tough group, 3 points separate first from third. So everyone in that group still has a chance. Liverpool, Sevilla, and Spartak Moscow all have a chance. But Liverpool against Sevilla, I think it's going to be a very, very difficult tie. It might just end in a draw because Sevilla don't want to lose, Liverpool also don't want to lose. We had Jurgen Klopp, he said this is the game. The approach will be definitely different, but I think Sevilla, very difficult to beat. You know, even in the La Liga, Barcelona struggled to get a win against them. So I think it's going to be difficult for Liverpool as well.
Well, since we know that Spurs are already through, there's still a battle, of course, for Madrid and for Dortmund.
Yeah.
Dortmund take on Spurs today. What does that say for Madrid then? Yeah,
they have a lot to fight for, you know, because Tottenham are through, so one spot is gone. It's just one more spot left, and then the Europa League spots. I believe with Real Madrid's quality and experience, managers and then, and his players, somehow they might just nick the second place ahead of Dortmund, where Dortmund just had to for a third spot in the Europa League.
Well, apart from that Sevilla-Liverpool game and maybe Dortmund-Spurs, which other game can we look forward to today?
We could look at the Besiktas Porto game. You know, Besiktas are unbeaten in their group, 3 wins, 1 draw. That's 10 points for them. But FC Porto, Leipzig, Monaco, they're all in the running for a second place finish, and it's a very, very tough group. You know, Monaco is last on that group. They have just 2 points already, but they still stand a chance to qualify as second. So it's a very tough group to watch out for.
Right. Away from Champions League, now let's talk about the Super Eagles. Are you not surprised that the rankings, despite all of these wins, playing the World Cup without losing, beating Argentina, playing a draw with Algeria, the Eagles have not moved significantly? Why do you think that is the matter? That is the problem?
Well, I've always been against the FIFA rankings, to be honest. It's never clear to everyone, but FIFA has the way of calculating it. They have their mathematics and their statistics. I don't know how it's done. That's not my forte. I'm not good with the calculations. But obviously, the win against Argentina got a lot of people buzzing. It gave us the right motivation, the right atmosphere, the right focus going into the World Cup. But we all forgot that it wasn't a competitive game, so it can't be compared to a competitive game. Algeria, on the other hand, was a competitive game, and then we came out with a 1-0 draw. So I think that's where we all got it mixed up. But in the end, it's still a good result against Argentina, and I'm sure at the World Cup, if we do well, we'll definitely move up in the rankings.
There is the issue about the sharing formula for the World Cup money. 30%. Initially, we hear that it was going to be based on per second and based on appearance, but the players kicked against that. Do you think this is a fair deal for the players, 30% of the money? In the past, there's always been issues about these World Cup monies, and you get to wonder what actually is this money being done for, besides paying for players' allowances, and why does the federal government keep funding the team going to the World Cup when FIFA will give us $1.5 million to prepare for the World Cup and $8 million for playing just in the group stage, and then the federal government will still give us some money to prepare for the World Cup, and then some players will still say they've not been paid their allowances. It's alarming, and something needs to be done. Some people need to be put accountable. I'm talking about the players' allowances for the games. I think there should be a set amount of money for each appearance, for each game you play at the World Cup. This is the amount you get, and then everyone knows. So if you play 2 games, just multiply whatever you get by 2. If it's going to be based on winning, if it's going to be based on just appearing, then they should need to study that for the World Cup.
Thank you very much there, Coach Toby Olubiyi, the one we call the gaffer, giving us all the analysis on sports today on the Breakfast